Hi, I'm Ricka from rickabrandon.com, and today I'm going to talk about the 5 steps to a great interview process. One of the things I'm most frequently asked is, what are the steps I should take? How do I know I'm hiring the right person? So I'm going to talk through today what I think the best interview processes include. So the first one is deal breakers. Deal breakers are parts of your job that aren't that appealing. Maybe it's that you have to work every other Saturday from 7 to 11 in the morning. Maybe it's that you're in a shady neighborhood and it's not that safe, or maybe there's not public transportation. I don't know what it could be, but it's a reason that you've lost candidates in the past or they've declined to go any further because of that issue. Deal breakers can also be the things that you're not going to look at a candidate anymore if they don't have. To some people that's a college degree, to some people it's a certification, whatever it might be in your case, these are kind of no-go zones. So if they don't have it, you don't go any further. And you want to address the things that might cause the candidate not to go any further, because you want to make sure you're not wasting their time or your time, mostly your own time. So what I do is I always encourage people to identify their deal breakers before the call. And so when you're doing an email or a phone to set up your first interview, which I will recommend to be a phone interview, you're going to cover those deal breakers and say, hey, I just want to make sure this isn't an issue. We do require you to have an active CNA license, or we do require that you work every other Saturday. You want to cover those things and get them to say, yep, that's no problem at all. Or at least say, yeah, I think I'm okay with that. So you know, hey, this could be something I need to sell through down the road, okay? So once you've done your deal breakers, generally, I try to do it when I'm setting up the first interview, but if I don't get a chance to do it, I cover it right off the bat in the first interview. So the first interview is going to be a phone interview, and the phone interview is awesome because it is fast, effective, and efficient, okay? So if you need to cover your deal breakers in the first section of it, do it. Then move strictly into functional questions. Can they do this job? Do they have the experience to do this job? And by the end of this interview, you should know a couple of things. One, how do they come across on the phone? Are they engaging, or do they talk way too loud or way too soft? Do they mumble? Are they engaging? Are they boring? What are we learning from this interview? Okay, so then we move on. We like them, they're great. We're going to go to an in-person or a face-to-face interview, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about behavioral-based questions. Tell me about a specific time you did this, or give me an example of when you did this, because we want to drill down into their specific experience and their specific approach to solving problems. If you are remote, or the person is several states away, or it's going to be 2 weeks till you get to their area, be sure to use a Skype or a video interview to get that make sure the interview process is continuing on, but you're still getting that face-to-face experience, because it will help you get a better feel for the candidate to see how their voice, their face, their presentation of themselves, everything like that can impact how it feels and if they're going to be a good fit for your team. The next step after the face-to-face or Skype interview is selection tools, and this could be things like a disc test, it could be a pre-hire project, it could be a ride-along with one of your reps, it could be a day in the life type project. Whatever you're going to use to kind of really drill down and make sure you're making the right hire happens usually at this point. Then the last step is to extend the offer. So when you're thinking about extending an offer, you want to be thinking about, okay, what do I need to include to make sure they say yes? So you want to make sure that you've been talking about compensation throughout the process, and you know you can put together an offer that they're going to find agreeable. And you're going to want to make sure that you are doing a little CYA. So that means if you have confidentiality, non-solicitation agreements, things like that, you're going to have them ready to be signed. The candidate's going to be aware that they need to sign them, and it's part of your process. Same with background checks, reference checks, and drug screens. So you just kind of want to make sure that all of those T's you need to cross and I's you need to dot in your process are being taken care of. So this is what I think makes for the best interview process. I hope it helps. Have a great day.